What's going on, everybody? This is your WOF Outlook and discussion for Thursday, June 29th, 2023. And before we get into today's video, I hope everyone is doing well, remaining positive, and as always, staying blessed. All right, you guys, before we get into today's video, usually I start off with the tropics here in the summertime, but you guys, I have to start off this video this morning showing you guys what I call is the Texas Death Ridge in the summertime when you have this big upper high here across the southern United States. You guys primarily anchored here over Texas, you guys, and what it does, it bakes the United States here across the south and southeast here as we have a trough here along the eastern seaboard and a trough here along the west coast. And then in between that, you have a big ridge of high pressure right in the middle here because in the weather pattern, you're gonna always have a trough, a ridge, and a trough. That's how the weather works, you guys. So right now we're kind of in a blocking pattern right now, you guys, which is why this ridge is stuck here, has been stuck. This is like the second week Texas has been going on with this heat, you guys. So if you haven't done so already, consider subscribing here at your Weather on the Fly so you can stay up to date, weather aware, as the Storm Prediction Center and National Hurricane Center pushes out their updates. The YouTube Nation, all of you guys can stay up to date and weather aware here at your Weather on the Fly. And you guys, getting back to the lower 48 here, I want to circle, let's see here. All right, start paintbrush. All right, you guys, this is a huge ridge. Like, you guys, this ridge extends like this, you guys. This is a very dominant ridge. You guys, this is a big ridge, and look at these temperatures, you guys. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and we already approaching 90 degrees here across southeast Louisiana, up near central Mississippi. The Florida Panhandle is already at 90. Let me pause this for the last frame, you guys. And you can see here we already have 90s going on across the central Florida Panhandle. Just about 90 near Memphis, Little Rock, Arkansas, you guys. So this heat is definitely not something to play with, you guys. We do have excessive heat advisories and warnings out, you guys, for parts of the deep south. So definitely be on the lookout and be mindful when you're outside. Make sure you stay hydrated, you guys, in this heat. Now, as we take up, hold on, you guys, we got to get clear the paintbrush and finish with paintbrush. All right. Now, you guys, as we take a look here across the tropical Atlantic, you can see no development really is expected during the next 7 days. Here's the intertropical convergence zone. I like to go to the other water vapor imagery, you guys. All right, here we go. And as you can see, here's the intertropical convergence zone. Here's the dry air up across parts of the eastern and central tropical Atlantic, you guys. So no development is expected with these tropical waves traversing the Atlantic at this moment right now, you guys. We do have this surface trough of low pressure that the National Hurricane Center is watching. Only about a 20% chance of development during the next 7 days. I don't expect much to happen to it as it continues to drift towards the north, probably bring some showers and thunderstorms around the Bermuda area and gusty winds. But other than that, no tropical development is expected. And you guys, with that death ridge, Texas death ridge over the south, nothing could get going here across the Gulf of Mexico. Now, as we take a look on over towards the Eastern Pacific, you guys, we do have Adrian. And if I'm not mistaken, we will soon be having Patrice. If it's not Patrice, I will find out the proper pronunciation for the name of the storm. Because y'all know I butchers names, but as of right now, I pronounce it Patrice, you guys. But I'm gonna check that pronunciation for you. All right, you guys. And as I put on the symbols here, as you can see, we have Adrian here and soon to be Tropical Storm Patrice here, which could affect the western coast of Mexico. As you can see, we already have tropical storm watches and warnings up, you guys. But definitely have to be on the lookout, even for heavy rain. Those heavy rains over those mountains areas could have some mudslides, you guys. I know it's the summertime. We have a lot of vacations going on here along the Mexican coastline. So As I said, you guys be sure to share, like, and subscribe so the YouTube Nation, we can get this information out for guys that's on vacations and stuff so they can be weather aware when storms are forming, you guys. Now, as we take a look at the official tracks by the National Hurricane Center, you can see with Adrian will continue on off towards the west northwest. And as it starts to get towards these cooler waters and drier, unfavorable environment, you guys, for development and for additional development and continued tropical strengthening, you guys, this is going to eventually meet its demise. Adrian is going to meet its demise here in a few more days. Here with soon to be Patrice, you guys, as this system continues moving on towards the northwest, it could get, as you guys can see, it could get fairly close here towards the southwest Mexican coast. Any deviation towards the north here, you guys, could bring the center fairly close, if not crossing the coastline, which is why these tropical storm watches and warnings are out, you guys. And if we check the wind radii, you can see the National Hurricane Center is forecasting the majority of the winds to stay probably just offshore here, you guys. The heaviest winds, but as I say, any deviation closer to the coast will bring all this weather, tropical weather on onshore here, you guys, along the southwestern coast of Mexico. But either way it go, regardless if this system makes landfall or not, that heavy rain is still going to be there. So you guys will definitely have to be on the lookout. Now, you guys, as we take it back towards the lower 48, you can see yet again we still have our Texas Death Ridge, our trough along the East Coast. You can see the trough along the West Coast. We do have our disturbance here that's moving across the middle part of the country, which is going to be the catalyst for the severe weather event, you guys. And as you can see, as I pause this and we take all the surface plots off so we can get to the convective outlook, you guys. All right. All right, you guys, and as you can see here, we do have the Storm Prediction Center does have an enhanced risk here from parts of northern Missouri, extending on over eastward towards Illinois, on down towards central southern Indiana, and sneaking into parts of northern northwest Kentucky here, you guys. Cities under this enhanced risk is Springfield, Peoria, just north of Kansas City, Kirksville, St. Louis, all you guys are under this enhanced risk. Even Louisville, Kentucky, you guys, Madisonville, Kentucky, all you guys are under the enhanced risk. Indianapolis, you're under the slight risk. Cincinnati, Ohio, Bowling Green, Nashville, Tennessee, you guys under the slight risk. Coming on down towards coming on over towards Kansas City, Omaha, Des Moines, Chicago, extending on over towards Nebraska, Grand Island, McCook, even across parts of Kansas, Colby, Hayes, just north of Garden City, and extending on into parts of eastern Colorado, the Denver area. Colorado Springs, you're close enough to that slight risk. You guys definitely have to be on the lookout. Sterling, even Cheyenne, Wyoming. You guys are all under a risk for severe weather today. As we check the probability to see just what these storms are going to be up to today, we do have a 5% chance of a few tornadoes possibly spinning up here across parts of southern Illinois and extending on down to parts of southern Indiana. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Even up here across near Chicago, a 2% chance of a couple tornadoes possible, even extending across parts of northern Missouri. Also around parts of northeast Colorado, southeast Wyoming, you guys could have a chance for a couple tornadoes, you guys. Hail, 15% chance of hail pushing 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter up across parts of the Midwest here, Chicago, St. Louis, Indianapolis, you guys, extending on into Kentucky, and even here across parts of Colorado, extreme southeast Wyoming, western Nebraska, and parts of northwest Kansas could see that hail pushing 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter. A 30% chance of those winds gusting as high as 70, possibly 80 miles per hour here, you guys, across parts of northern Missouri, Illinois, extending on down into parts of southern Indiana, southwest Indiana, northwest Kentucky, you guys. A 15% chance encompasses all the way from the Denver area, extreme southeast Wyoming, all the way across to Nashville, Tennessee. You guys could see that those winds 50 to 60, gusting to 70, maybe even as high as 80. No significant tornadoes. We do have two hatched areas for significant hail across around the Denver area, you guys, and also here across the Midwest, hail pushing 2 to 3 inch plus in diameter. Very damaging hail will be in store, so we definitely have to be on the lookout. And look here, you guys, even across parts of northern Missouri, Illinois, and getting on into Indiana. Look at this significant wind threat, you guys. 80 to 85-mile-per-hour winds could be possible with these storms. As we take a look at the HRRR to see just how these storms are going to materialize throughout the next 48 hours. All right, and we're going to start at 12 o'clock noon time, Central Daylight Time here at your Weather on the Fly. All right, you guys, as you give it a second to load here, and as you can see, by the time we start here around the noon hour, look at the storms, the cluster of storms here across parts of Illinois, starting to develop across parts of southern Indiana here, you guys, even across parts of Iowa, extreme northeast Missouri. These storms will have the potential to be producing all hazards as early as the noon hour, you guys. So it's going to be an early long day here, you guys, across parts of the Midwest here with these severe storms. As we head towards the afternoon, this cluster of storms combine together, continue moving off towards the east and southeast around this Texas death ridge, you guys. You can see it's dry across Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, parts of northwest and western Louisiana. That's that ridge of high pressure that's keeping them frying over 100 degrees, you guys. But as these storms continue to move around that ridge across southern Illinois, Indiana, starting to enter into Kentucky, all hazards will be possible. Tornadoes, hail, and damaging winds, along with flash flooding, could be possible with these storms. We head on to the evening hours, about 10, 11 o'clock, you guys, and as we look on to see what these storms are going to be doing. Once it loads for me, you guys, all right, you can see here up across parts of eastern Colorado, Nebraska, you guys, look at this cluster of showers and thunderstorms. We have to definitely be on the lookout for those damaging winds and hail during the overnight hours, you guys, across parts of Nebraska. We're going to still have some showers and storms left over here across parts of extreme northeast Alabama, eastern Tennessee, East Central Kentucky, you guys. We head on to Convective Outlook Day 2, you guys, which segues us on into Friday. All right, you guys, and you can see the Storm Prediction Center does have a slight risk of severe weather yet again from central Illinois, extending on towards central southern Indiana. Kentucky here, you guys, eastern Tennessee, now starting to get towards extreme northern Georgia, parts of western North Carolina, West Virginia, western parts of Virginia, you guys. I always get that confused and mixed up, you guys. And even here across parts of southern Ohio could see a slight risk. What will these storms be up to for tomorrow, you guys? No tornado risk, but that is always good news, but should always be prepared just in case, because as long as there's severe weather events, there's always a possibility of a tornado or two spinning up. Hail, there's a 5% chance of hail pushing 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter here, up from parts of the Texas Panhandle, eastern Colorado, extending across the Midwest Central Plains towards central Illinois here, you guys. Wind probability of 15% chance of those winds pushing 50 to 60, gusting to 70 here, maybe even as high as 80 across the slight risk. No significant tornadoes, no significant hail, and no significant wind as of right now, you guys. So as we continue to HRRR out, and as you can see, by 7 in the morning tomorrow, you guys, we're already going to have that heavy cluster of showers and thunderstorms across parts of central, southern Iowa, extreme northern Missouri here, moving on to the east around this ridge of high pressure, you guys. As we head on to about 12, 1 in the afternoon, as you can see, you guys, here we go across parts of central to eastern Illinois. Look at this heavy cluster of showers and thunderstorms. Damaging winds will be the main primary threat with these storms as of right now, you guys. And look here, even some showers and thunderstorms could be approaching the Chicago area. We move on to about 4, 5, 6 in the afternoon. Right, you guys, as we get it to load, here we go. All right, you can see here across parts of West Texas. Look at these cells here. Texas will start to get some showers and thunderstorms developing again. Look here across eastern Colorado, just to the east of Denver. Look at these cells across Kansas. These look like some heavy cells that could be producing some damaging winds and hail, you guys. Look here across parts of Kentucky. Strong damaging winds will be with this cluster of storms here, moving and progressing off towards the southeast around this ridge. We have some more isolated showers and thunderstorms developing here across parts of southern Illinois as well, you guys. And as we go, as far as the HRRR will take us out, which will be convective outlook day 3, which is Saturday, you guys. And as you can see, yet again, a slight risk of severe weather will be in store here from central Missouri, south central Illinois. Same for Indiana, central to southern Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia. The for just about all of Western Virginia, West Central Virginia, regular state of Virginia, you guys. Here we go. Parts of North Carolina, South Carolina, Northern Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky. All you guys will yet again be under the gun for some severe weather as this Texas death ridge stays in place here, you guys. So the weather pattern is not going to really change much in the foreseeable future, you guys. So if you haven't done so already, be sure to share, like, and subscribe so the whole YouTube nation and you as well can stay up to date and weather aware as the Storm Prediction Center and National Hurricane Center comes out with those updates. I have them posted for everybody here, right here at your weather on the fly. Now, as we take the forecast off for the convective outlook, let's see what the excessive rainfall, you guys, real quick. All right, we do have a slight risk of some excessive rainfall here across parts of eastern Illinois, southern Indiana, extending on into parts of west central Kentucky. Another area here across parts of eastern Wyoming, western Nebraska, you guys, for some excessive rainfall. So we will definitely be on the lookout for some flash flooding possible here, you guys, with these storms around this death ridge that we have that does not want to leave. It's locked in place, you guys. So that's going to be it for this one, you guys. Here is a look at our Eastern Pacific storms, Adrian and soon to be Patrice, you guys. I'm going to make sure I get the pronunciation, correct for you guys. But that's going to be it for this one. Everyone be safe, be careful. If you're vacationing here across the southwestern and Mexican coastline, please be on the lookout for this tropical system. I will constantly have the updates posted here at your weather on the fly. Be safe, be careful, and I'll talk to you all in the next one.